folks, and welcome back to the casting couch. Right now I'm joined with a man who most of you would have seen his footage from Savage Seas Adventures. It's Charles in Charge Micallef. Charlie, welcome to the couch, mate. How are you?
This is fantastic.
Of course it is.
The only thing is a bit beautiful water there. I want to dive in it.
Well, it's like you are inside this water, mate. You should grab a hold of Shane next time. We'll bring him to sit in the set and we'll be hiding in the water.
Beautiful.
So you're here at the boat show this year with your boat as normal. How many years you been here for now?
Oh, I've done the boat show 12 years.
She's a lot of years,
and
mate.
I don't like using the best. You don't like using it, but this is right up there this year. I've got to say, the amount of people that have come through. They've done a lot of advertising for it. I think it's changed the mindset of people that just get in there and have a crack.
And look, 2015 is the biggest one I've seen. They've used the whole space, haven't they?
Yeah, the whole space. Yeah, absolutely. And you know, this is the Monday. This is usually the quietest day, but there's a lot of people coming through, as you can see.
Yep.
But the Friday was amazing. The first day, normally it takes a while to build up.
Yep.
Straight as soon as those doors open, I actually took a photo of the people lining up. Put that on Facebook as well, and people sort of said, "Hey, that's pretty good." Yesterday crazy, Saturday crazy. We're wrapped, and we're coming back next year.
All right, enough about the boat show. Now tell us a little bit about Savage Seas. You've been filming your series now for how long?
The new series you're talking about?
All of them. How long have you been filming for now?
I started in 2006.
Well, that's a while, mate.
Yeah, we were doing...
You're almost a veteran.
Yeah, you could say we're right up there with the veterans.
You do some different stuff too, which is good, which is getting under the water with the cameras and showing us what...
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people, especially the Victorians who watch it, they would have been fishing on top of Port Phillip Bay, and I've done it myself. I remember I filmed a show with Charlie about a year or two ago now.
2 years, something like that.
And I'd never got out of the boat before.
Yeah. You're wearing that top.
Was I wearing this top?
You're wearing that top.
Guilty as charged. I've got a few of these at home. So you actually got me to jump in the water with Shane, have a look around underneath, and look, for me, eye-opener. And now when you're taking your cameras underwater, everyone gets to share that same experience I had.
And as you know, with the cameras, the technology is getting better and better.
Absolutely,
and the pixelation is mind-blowing, And you look at 2006, for example, to now, we had these big we actually used to put the big cameras in a housing, and you couldn't even push them down. They were like a football. That's how bad they were, But we still did all right. But now, the stuff that we've got coming out this Wednesday on Aurora, and the new stuff, 14 shows, starting national now, as you know, because Channel 31 is finishing on December, so we have to move to Foxtel. People are going to love it. It is. I've spent a lot, and as you know, editing is what it's all about. You've got to edit it properly.
So. I don't edit. You know why? People underestimate my laziness. I've got a man called Jason who sits behind a desk and does it all for me. And I'm a computer and editing dummy.
Yeah, well.
So I know I can't do it, so I keep my ass out of the seat.
I wasn't going to say that, but it is fun actually. It is fun, and the good thing about
I'd rather go to jail than editing. Are you fair income?
I am fair income because Melbourne's weather, let's face it, it can change pretty quick. And we've got beautiful weather. We've had beautiful weather over the last few days for the boat show. I think when we're going to take the boats out, it's going to rain, right? So that's typical. They're going to get dirty.
I was watching the guys coming in from Port Phillip.
Oh, poor Phil.
And he was praying.
Yeah, he really was.
God gave him a bit of a
12 boats
in the morning,
or whatever. Yeah, because I think it was. Let me think now. Around about 5 years ago. We were all bringing the boats in because we get alligator at a time, and it poured.
Pouring, I remember.
It poured, and how do you wash them? You can't wash them.
That's it.
But getting back to the fishing in Port Phillip Bay, mate.
Back to the fishing.
Back to the fishing, Port Phillip Bay. I really do believe it is as best as it's been. A lot of people think you hear about this all the time, the good old days. You know what I'm talking about.
I think we're back to the good old days.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And a lot of people will probably talk about different reasons to why it's good. You know what? Fisheries in Victoria, they've done...
DPI.
Is that what they still call that? Or
they are at the moment.
Government, get your act together and start calling it the same thing, for God's sake. Every time you change government, you change your name and a website. It's driving us nuts. So we'll call it Fisheries Victoria.
Yeah.
They've come up over the years with a lot of really good fisheries management plans which keeps our bay healthy. So there's been a lot of contributing factors, both environmental. We've had environmental factors, we've had management factors, we've had all sorts of factors, and the bay's looking really, really good. And for you guys to get under the water.
Well, that's right, and probably the biggest, best thing ever that happened was we stopped the scallops. That was, and it was pretty bad. People, so you hear it all the time, and actually it's in my show. The show coming up, I talk about it. It took me 5 years to catch my first decent snapper. Wow. That's how long. You'd go out and you just couldn't catch a thing.
Yep.
Now people just don't realise how bad it was.
Yep.
You know, Paul, and we just we can't get overexcited because we've got to look after it.
Absolutely.
We've got to look after it.
Yep.
And
that's what we're all about, keeping it good for the future.
Absolutely.
We've all got kids, and it's about keeping them into fishing as well. So, now, one thing I do love about your Savage Sea show is you don't release everything.
No.
You guys are happy to kill something, harvest it, take it from the ocean and use it as a form of substance or as a meal, which a lot of people for some reason have gone off the idea of keeping a fish for a feed.
Yep.
You know, they're so hell-bent on catch and release, catch and release, catch and release, catch and release.
No, you got to be realistic.
Yeah.
Charity
starts at home, doesn't
Savage
it?
Seas Adventures has always stood for conservation.
Yep.
But we do believe in taking home a feed.
Which
and we
is
don't
great.
kill anything just for the sake of killing.
No, I don't
Right?
do that.
Right? we believe in taking home a feed. Of course, you know, you've got to do that. But saying that, you've got to do the right thing by the fishery.
Absolutely.
You know, it's balance. There's a word, isn't it? There's a word, balance, and you've got to have that balance.
You certainly do. Now,
Yeah.
let's move away from your show for 1 minute. I'm going to ask you a couple of questions that I ask most of the people that come here.
Yep.
And for us, it's about finding out the journey. Like, we already know your Savage Seas Adventures, you're Charlie, you do charters, you do TV shows, and you do radio.
Yep.
But who is Charlie Micallef? Now, I want to go back to the journey from where it all began.
Mm-hmm.
Who was your first influence, and who created the passion for you to take on fishing and still keep fishing today?
Well, there's two parts to that question,
Mm-hmm.
because there's obviously the diving side of it and there's the actual fishing side of it. I'll put them together now, but back when I was a kid, they weren't. They were separate.
Okay, yep.
Because the people that really know me know that I hated fishing. I was a Spiro, and there's this thing,
of course.
you know, like, what would you want to fish with a fishing rod, mate?
What happened?
You know?
Did you get old and cold and you had to
No,
get out of the water?
I'll tell you exactly. Yeah, well, that wrinkles up, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you exactly, and I've talked about this many times. I have no problem saying Rex Hunt. As simple as that. 1982, I was watching his show. It was on at 11 o'clock on Channel 7.
Used to be Channel O before that.
Yeah,
Remember way back then? I used to wake up as a
and
little
I've
kid
actually
saying,
got
yeah.
them. I've still got them.
Wow.
I've done something illegal. I've taped them, and I'm keeping them. You know, so I sat there. You know, I mean, I didn't know Rex Hunt. I didn't know who this guy was, and I watched it, and I thought, because my dad, Maltese, of course, Maltese, mad keen fisherman, and he used to sit on the boat fishing, and I used to dive, and it wasn't this. You know how fishing is when you're together and you have fun.
Of course.
And I thought, I'm going to try this with my father. So I went to Rex's Hunt shop.
Up in Flinders Street, was
yeah,
it?
Yeah, and I bought the Rex Hunt Ultralight. I still got it.
I remember the rod.
I still got it.
It comes with a combo with a Shimano FX 4000 or something
correct.
like that.
I've got it still there, right?
Oh, geez.
Really beautiful. And I caught a King George whiting.
Yep.
And that started it. So, you know, but back before then, my parents, Maltese, of course, I was brought up, I've got photos of me in nappies on the beach.
Yep,
you know, that sort of stuff.
So the first influence would have been mum and dad, but
mum and
the
dad.
reinvigoration and the introduction as a young adult
Yep.
was Rex Hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Now, let's go back to a similar time there,
Yep.
where mum and dad would have given you pocket money, or you were doing a paper round or something. You would have earned a few dollars when you were younger. What was the first piece of fishing equipment you can remember buying, or you might have done it a little bit older?
Yeah.
You can remember buying
Myself with my money.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mask and snorkel.
A mask and snorkel for the dive.
Simple as that.
Yep.
You know, and then from there, you know, the knife, big thing. When I was a kid, apparently, 3AW, I think they used to have this service. They used to have spotters for sharks.
Of course they did. Yep.
And the
Surfwatch or something, or Coastwatch something.
Yeah. And my mum tells me this all the time because I sort of remember it, but she tells the story. The alarm would go off. There'd be a shark in the water. Everybody would be running in, and I'd get a knife and I'd go in the water to kill this shark.
You know, they named a fly after you, for fly fishermen. It's called the Crazy Charlie.
I was mad, and it's still the same. You know, I just love getting in the water. But you know, so a mask, a knife, and then a wetsuit, and so on and so on and so on. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, Charlie, we're going to have to wrap it up because we'll run out of time.
No problem, mate. This is awesome what you're doing here. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, mate. Thank you very much.
It will go well.
And for those that want to catch up with some of Charlie's older work, you can come and have a look at it on thefishingchannel.com. It's a great initiative in Australia with an online TV program, which will be available on smart TVs soon, folks, so keep an eye out for that. And I'll let you get back to your stand, mate, and talk to your customers that are lining up begging to speak to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Charlie.
Good on you. Bye.